Hi everyone. Are you having trouble with your Cox remote and need to sync it with your Cox TV? It's a common issue, and we are going to walk through the steps together right now so you can get back to controlling your TV with ease. We will cover a few different methods, so don't worry if the first one doesn't work for you. Let's get started. First, let's talk about newer Cox Contour remotes, which often have an automatic pairing process. Ensure your TV is powered on. Point your Cox remote directly at your TV. Now, press and hold the setup button on your remote until the light at the top of the remote blinks twice. Some remotes might require you to hold info and OK simultaneously until that light blinks. Once the light blinks, release the button or buttons. Next, quickly enter the code 981 using the number buttons on your remote. The light should blink twice again to confirm that the code has been accepted. Now, test your remote by trying to change channels or adjust the volume. If it works, you are all set, and your remote is successfully synced. If the automatic pairing didn't work, or if you have an older Cox remote or a universal remote, you will likely need to use a manual code entry method. Begin by turning on your TV. Locate the setup button on your Cox remote. Press and hold this button until the light at the top of the remote blinks twice, then release it. The next step is to find the specific 3-digit or 4-digit code for your TV brand. You can typically find these codes in your remote's manual, on the Cox website, or by doing a quick online search for Cox Remote Codes, your TV brand. Once you have your TV's code, enter it using the number buttons on your remote. The light on the remote should blink twice to confirm that the code has been entered. Now, test the remote by attempting to change the channel or adjust the volume. If it works, fantastic. If not, don't be discouraged, as many TV brands have multiple codes. Try the next code on your list for your specific TV brand. Repeat the process, hold setup until 2 blinks, release, enter the new code, and then test the remote functions. Keep trying codes until you find one that works. If you are having trouble finding a specific code or if multiple codes are not working for your TV, you can use the code search feature, which is a very helpful alternative. Make sure your TV is turned on and point your Cox remote directly at it. Press and hold the setup button on your remote until the light blinks twice, then release the button. Now, press the CH+, channel up, button repeatedly, slowly, and one press at a time. You need to keep pressing this button until your TV turns off. This might take several presses, so please be patient. As soon as your TV turns off, immediately press the setup button again to lock in the code that the remote just found. The light should blink twice to confirm the code has been saved. Test your remote's functions like channel changing and volume control. This method effectively scans through codes until it finds one that is compatible with your TV. Sometimes, simple troubleshooting can solve the issue if syncing still isn't working. First, always check your remote's batteries. Low batteries are a common cause of connectivity problems, so replace them if they are old or weak. Ensure there is a clear line of sight between your remote and your TV. Any obstructions can block the infrared signal. You might also try restarting your TV and your Cox cable box. To do this, unplug both devices from their power outlets for about 30 seconds, then plug them back in. A simple power cycle can often resolve minor glitches. If all else fails, you could consider resetting the remote itself to its factory defaults. This usually involves removing the batteries and pressing a specific button for a few seconds before reinserting them, but you should always refer to your specific remote's manual for the exact reset procedure. We truly hope this guide has helped you successfully sync your Cox remote with your Cox TV. It makes such a difference when everything is working smoothly. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you found these tips helpful and managed to get your remote working, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing to the channel for more useful tech guides and simple troubleshooting tips like this one. We really appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next video.